Hello and welcome to Cali Legends Media. I'd like to thank all the subscribers, all of you who support the channels. Really appreciate it very, very much. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard all the rhetoric that's going on YouTube and stuff, mostly but from the black community. And that's probably where I would expect it to come from. But then you got like side busters like Dubs, that's going to put his 2 cents in. It's a chance to take another shot back at me. It's all good. I'm just glad I don't got his troubles and his problems. Before I begin, I want to thank everybody who has kept Levi in prayer. And just a really, really quick update. Just touching on the surface, he's doing really, really bad now. It's very, very grim, the prognosis. And so I asked if you could continue to pray for him. I'd really, really appreciate it very much. That being said, okay, now there's a lot of complaining and stuff about something that I said in my home. Not on social media. I said it in my home while dealing with somebody else. It wasn't said in a disrespectful manner. And what I mean by that is when people are responding to it, they're saying stuff like, yeah, these damn Mexicans and this and that Mexicans. Yeah, that's a racial slur, okay? I didn't say pinche mayates or anything like that. All I said is when I talk to the mayates, because of what you said, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it just came out, okay? I'm 60 years old, and I've been listening to this rhetoric for a very long time here in East LA. And on top of that, being upset, highly upset with the black community and all the shenanigans that they've been pulling. And it's like everything that the Mexicans do offend you guys, okay? Oh, my grandson, that's what I was talking about. Since I mentioned him and since he's part of the subject that I wanted to talk about, I didn't hear no apology or anybody step up and speak for, I think it was Charleston White, when he was going on his rant talking about, we don't care. I'm just going to say it. Our babies get sick and die too and all of that. You know what? Miss me with any kind of bullshit about being butthurt for something that I said, and still had the respect and the decency to edit my video as to not step on any toes. But it didn't help any. Some babosos, some paisa pulled it up and ran with it anyways, And I know he gets buttered for me calling him a paisa, but he's a paisita. He's a paisa. There's nothing wrong with being a paisa. He's ashamed of it, but he's the only one that I've ever seen take umbrage to the term paisa. Okay, but back to the subject at hand, okay? Besides that, pissing me off very much, I still went ahead and made my videos and tried to contribute the most I could to try to calm things down and make things better. And that's been my track record since I started on YouTube. Just like one of the things is that N-word. Now that I mention it, Bobby Yaya was jumping on 16 to Life's butt behind him not acting all crazy like Viral Way and Bobby Yaya and Bam Bam, who are all very, very much racist when it comes down to it. Okay? And I think he called him a nigger 3 times. 3 times. Then he called him a coon. Then he called him a Sambo. All racist and derogatory terms. Oh, my bad. It's okay to call your own people that, but if somebody else does, oh, it's on and cracking. Nah, man, that's racist. You're being racial towards your own people, man. You know, for acting like a grown ass man. You know, but hey, Bobby Yaya, do your thing. Another thing, man, you came out with some bullshit talking about I was having extramarital relations with some transvestite or some shit, and in the same sentence you said my shit don't work, and then you talked about my wife having to go cheat on me because of it. How did my wife get into all of this, huh? And a transvestite, man, if you knew me like anybody here in the neighborhood knows me, they know I ain't with that shit. And I don't really I don't like it. It's not for me, it's not for my children or my grandchildren. So for you to come out with a bold-faced lie to try to discredit me, I see you're still butthurt for my last video that I did on you. But hey, it's all good. You could try to do whatever you want with my name. Enough people know me good enough to squash all that bullshit, you know. And then for you to come and speak on my wife, you know, I have some choice words for you that I don't know why, but I'm gonna hold them back for now. You know. Yeah, you're a real piece of work, Bobby. You know, I know you think you're doing something and you think real highly of yourself, but you're one of the biggest parts of the problem. You know, you mentioned a whole list of you guys that all think the same and act the same. You know, let's talk a little bit about Dean the King. Dean the King, man, I tell you, man, some of you guys are so conceited about yourselves. Not only do you think that we were trying to be like you, which is the farthest thing that I know I for me to ever even consider, I'd be myself. You know, I like the Chicano culture. I'm good. That's good enough for me. Okay, so anyways, this Dean the King had the audacity to disrespect Amado Vargas's mother, to tell her, who doesn't have anything to do with the beef that's going on right there between Vargas and Dean. Dean has the nerve to tell Vargas's mother, "Yeah, hey, go make me quesadilla, fat bitch." Really? Really though? And what happened in the end? He got the snot beat out of him. I think Vargas knocked all the demons out of him through the whole fight. Took his time and just worked on that boy, you know, for disrespecting his mom that way. But did anybody step up and try to calm the situation or speak up for him or even make an excuse for him, which there was no excuse? Fuck no. You guys just sit back in the cut and just trip on shit like that. You know? Yeah, man, something else. Anyways, I'm not gonna drag this video on, but oh, maybe just a little bit longer. Look at that poor dude, man, that got jumped over there in at that homeless encampment. You know? For trying to offer his services. You know? Oh yeah, just apologize. Man, they had that guy all up and down that parking lot. But you know what? One thing I noticed about that guy, he didn't go nowhere. And as weak as he swung and kicked and did his the best he could, you know, yeah, he didn't bust a grape. But a lot of the brothers there didn't bust a grape either. But, you know, why would 10 people jump on this one man? Huh? Just barely after all these videos being made about it, did Roughneck come out and apologize. You know, I don't know, man. I don't get the way the brothers think, man. Let's go real quick on Spotty Face. Okay. Now I mentioned two situations. One where this kid made a video talking about he was gonna he felt like socking Lucky from Hoodstuck on the face, and like I said, why didn't he show up and take that energy down in front of Lucky? Why is he gonna make a video, a channel to put that out on social media? That was the 97 subscribers I was talking about, not about Spotty Face. Okay, so that just goes to show you how Dubs just gets any information and just runs with it. You know, don't know what the hell he's talking about, but runs out there. He didn't even watch the video, like he said. He was listening to it while he was doing other things. You know. But yet he wants to speak on it. But aside from that, I address Sporty Face because he had called Lucky ducking a fade, and was like speaking to his homie saying, yeah, how can nowadays can a dude duck a fade and still be welcome in his neighborhood, still belong to the neighborhood? You know, you guys should at least DP him. Like, really? That's what that whole section was about. Separate from that dude that made his channel, that only had a few subscribers and was using his channel just to talk smack and to raise more issues, you know? Since I've been on YouTube, I've done nothing but try to contribute to peace between the brothers and the Mexicans. Even here in my neighborhood, man, I took flack for helping them settle down and settled in. You know, there's only a few of them here. You know, you guys are like, oh, we're all over the world. Yeah, but you ain't here in East LA. You leave all these brothers out here hanging. You know, I even got a call from one of the ones that I dealt with. And he even asked me, hey, homie, we're good, right? None of that shit that's going on social media has anything to do with us, you know? So, everything firme, you know? Can you imagine that? But there's a certain number of yous that are determined to steer shit up and make a big deal out of nothing. I didn't post anything about black people on my video. I took it out so you will not be offended. I took it out so you wouldn't feel disrespected. I took it out to suffice your people. But some idiot ran with it who does everything he can to make me look bad. Anything. He even makes up lies, things that ain't even true. You know, I went to his comment section and I looked at that video and the comments that his subscribers made. They were all talking shit about him. They could see what he did was wrong. I took it out for a reason. I did not want to put that out on social media. And you know what? The ones that watch my channel and came onto my channel and had a problem with what I said, I apologize to them. Only to them. You know? Why? Because they had come to my channel, watched a video that offended them, so I apologized. But all of you is talking all this masa and stuff and making up lies, talking about my grandchild living or dying. You know what? You know, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be bigger than that, you know. You guys could go ahead and do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to address you. I'm not going to pay attention to you guys. You don't want me to participate or be involved with trying to bring peace between the black people. I'm not racist. I don't have no hatred towards black people. You think because I use the word mayate that I'm spewing hate, and I know what racism is. If I was racist, trust me, you would feel it. You know, I've already explained my situation growing up with blacks, with all of that. You know, but there's certain one of yous that are just so twisted up and so wrapped up on this. I guess from your upbringing or from your past experiences or just teaching that you guys teach each other, because obviously that's what you guys call it. You guys are teaching each other, bringing each other up, you know. Um, yeah, you guys, no matter what anybody says, you'll find a way to find it offensive or twist it around, or yeah, that belonged to us, or oh, they're trying to be like us, or oh yeah, I hope his I don't care about his grandson. He could, and you think that I'm gonna apologize? You have all these people putting out all this negative stuff, and nobody has stepped forward, okay, to say, hey, we apologize for this or that or the other. No, but you guys think you're gonna get an apology from me? Chale, it's not gonna happen. So whatever you want to do, you can do it. You feel froggish? You want to jump when you see me? Do it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna keep doing me, and if anybody on my channel has a problem with it, they could unsubscribe. If you guys don't want to hear what I have to say or don't like the way I say it, don't watch my channel. Just keep on scrolling, kick rocks. I do what I do and I say what I say for people that want to hear what I have to say. Why would you join a channel that you're against? If you don't think that I don't have that's not enough integrity to have to go and clean edit up a video and clean it up as to not make a certain group of people feel disrespected. No, that's not good enough. No, you want more. After all the stuff that you spoke, even on my family, on my wife, on my children, on me, Chale, it's not going to happen. So make all the videos you want, do whatever you want, do a Million Man March. I don't care. I've had it with you guys, man. I don't need to help you guys. You don't need my help. Damian Porter mentioned, oh yeah, I thought there was another OG that I could work with and we could do the. I never offered anything like that. All I offered was my own, what I had to say to my people and to your people, and it could be accepted or neglected. And like it's been said, I put it on my videos before. I don't speak for nobody. I'm speaking for myself, my opinion, my experience. And it is what it is, Spencer. Anyway, this is my video for tonight, people, and for today. And for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, if you feel offended in some way, which you haven't expressed it to me, but a few of you, anybody else, speak up if you're from my channel. And I'll have a discussion with you on the comment section. But all of you want to make videos, make all the videos you want. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna mess with that. I know I have no hatred. I'm not sick with that disease of racism. Mayates, just a word. You're gonna make it a big pedo. Go ahead. I didn't say it. I took it off of the video, just for you guys, and you guys still bitch and moan, just because some other lame who lives way out there in Mexico, got kicked out of the country, decided to clip it and put it out there to cause me this trouble and pain. Chale, that's not gonna work. He could clip all my videos if he wants. It's not gonna work. I'm not gonna suffer myself for this. And I suggest neither do any of yous. It's ridiculous. This is Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it's my video for today, people. Hope to see you on the next one. And thank you very much for watching. Gracias.